Are you personally surprised at the vast outcome of an outflow of people who have appetites for grilled cheese sandwiches?
Not at all. I think the sandwich speaks for itself and the sandwich sells itself. And
Like a common denominator, perhaps like music in the park or whatever.
absolutely, who wouldn't want to come have a free grilled cheese sandwich in the park and try and decide which is the best one? And I would. What surprises me is that you at home are not here right now.
Amateur chefs from all over Southern California converge at Griffith Park in Los Angeles to showcase their latest culinary creations. At stake is the opportunity to be the big cheese in this year's first sixth annual National Grilled Cheese Invitational.
The event started back in 2003 when I was living in downtown LA in my artist loft. I was hanging out with a bunch of friends and we were trying to figure out just who amongst us is the grilled cheese champion. I was a vegetarian, or still am, but I was a vegetarian at the time and kind of broke. So I was making a lot of grilled cheeses. They come in awfully handy, you know. So we had a little talk. Who is the grilled cheese champion amongst us? So decided let's throw an event. We'll have a grilled cheese invitational, and we had about 16 competitors the first year. About 80 people showed up, and it was an amazing success the first year. And since then, the event has grown. It's doubled in size every year. And this year, we have probably about 1,000 people showing up to the event, 140 competitors, and we've even gotten the attention of Kraft Singles. They're signed on board as a sponsor, and they're handing out free grilled cheese samples to everybody here. It's unbelievable. It's a festival of cheese.
Did you ever guess that it would draw so many people and so much attention? I mean, grilled cheese sandwiches?
You know, I never did. I mean, I like grilled cheese sandwiches, and I guess a lot of people do. You know, the response is just amazing. People just can't get enough of it. I mean, it's also, I feel like the grilled cheese sandwich time has come. It's you see a lot more restaurants are now putting them on their menu, but not in the kids menu anymore. I mean, this whole event is kind of like a silent protest over the fact, well, it's not that silent, obviously, but it's a protest over the fact that the grilled cheese sandwich lives on the children's menu in restaurants. And the first sandwiches that people are making right now are the missionary category. They're your standard bread, standard butter, and standard cheese. And they're pretty easy sandwiches, but they get really complicated and really good. And you know, we do a lot. We try to make it as tasty as possible.
With the contestants set up in actual cooking encampments, the picnic grounds take on the look and feel of a makeshift city. And ruling over this tiny hamlet of cheese is none other than the mayor of cheese himself.
My function is I'm the mayor of cheese. I'm the mayor of this district on this day every year. So I thank you for your vote, and all of you at home, thank you for your vote. And also, I'm a special celebrity judge today. I and my compatriot, the Doctor of Cheese, we get to decide our favorite and give out a special award called the Judge's Prize. Other than that, every award given out at this event is decided on by voting by whoever gets to eat a sandwich. They vote on it, and it's all decided by the masses.
What is your standard for, let's say, the best cheese sandwich?
I don't really have a set, any guideline specifically that I'm looking for. It's definitely an overall experience. To me, it's important the crispiness on the outside married with the creaminess and the cheesiness on the inside is a big part of it. And of course, taste factors in, presentation factors in a little bit. But I wouldn't disqualify a sandwich that didn't have a grand presentation. As long as it looks like a good grilled cheese, that's fine. But you might get a little extra point if you have some fancy thing. But it's an overall experience.
It sounds like you kind of go on a gut feeling.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Very much.
The erotic nature of the categories is explained by a judge who serves as a surrogate Dr. Ruth of this year's Invitational.
There are several categories. There's the missionary position, the spoon position, Kama Sutra, and the honey pot. And basically one of those is your standard red, yellow cheese. One is bread. You can have bread. It's bread and cheese, but you can have anything kind of mixed into your bread or your cheese. Kama Sutra is anything goes. You can put anything you want in there. And honey pot has to have a dessert sort of flavor to it. So usually they're a little sweet.
Why is there a need for a doctor of cheese here on the setting?
Well, you need an expert in cheese.
Yeah.
And that's what I am, along with the mayor of cheese.
Kind of like a PH cheese.
Well, I have one.
Ah.
And so I just added a minor in cheese to it.
What are your functions? For example, if you see somebody grilling a grilled cheese sandwich, perhaps inappropriately, do you step in and give advice?
No, not at all. I give no feedback during the cooking process. I just eat. I'm a connoisseur. I eat.
Now, what goes into some of these grilled cheese sandwiches that make them different?
A lot of people, for the Kama Sutra category, a lot of people get very inventive. There's the Kama Sutra category allows you to put anything in the sandwich, including the cheese and the bread. And so a lot of people get really creative with that, with sun-dried tomatoes and olives and basil and all sorts of flavors. I mean, it really, the variety of sandwiches you will see will be amazing.
All competitors begin on a level playing field. Each is allotted a standard fry pan and the same ingredients, including bread, butter, and cheese. But beyond these basics, they are free to embellish in any way they desire, as long as the proportions remain the same and each follows the rules of their category.
My partner and I won in Oakland in October 2007, and so we're here. We have friends that live just in Silver Lake, just down the road, and so we thought, why not come down, defend our honor and championship, that we won, so we're excited.
What is your specialty in the area of grilled cheese?
Actually, our specialty is a dessert grilled cheese sandwich. I know it sounds bizarre, and we actually never had heard of one either, so I entered in the contest in Oakland, and our sandwich pretty much answers the question, what would a pumpkin cheesecake taste like if it was a grilled cheese sandwich? It is buttermilk bread crusted with ginger snaps and a honey butter, and then on the interior of the sandwich, it is a pumpkin puree, mozzarella cheese, cream cheese, and goat cheese.
Well, we wish you the best of luck.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm just making grilled cheese sandwich. I use garlic butter on the bread and my cheeses, and I'm cooking it up. I'm gonna put the top on and flip it over.
Did you put anything in there that's from your hat?
No styrofoam, but it is Wisconsin cheese.
Is that a Wisconsin hat?
No, I borrowed it from a friend out here, but I'm sure it originated from there.
What kind of friend would have a hat like that?
A good friend, so with a lot of hats.
Yeah, well, to let it out of the closet like that.
Yes.
All right, so this is the category here is to create the most smelly cheeseburger. Grilled cheese sandwich.
No, it's a combination from that I kind of thought about back home, and I called it the Bad Breath grilled cheese sandwich with the garlic butter and blue cheese in it. So it would have a unique taste, because I'm in the spoons category, which is a little more unique than a regular grilled cheese sandwich.
So I imagine a judge would have to have like a strong nose in order to make an evaluation.
Or taste, because you can taste it. You'll taste the garlic and blue cheese in it.
And I imagine that you'll be doing that just to make sure it's quite right?
Yeah, I'm getting my samples out first, and then we're gonna all see how I did, after the fact. So,
have you done this before?
First time. First time.
When you smile for the camera, what do you say?
Cheese.
Also smiling for the camera are the numerous grilled cheese fans who hover around the contestants. In a special area surrounding the event, these hungry fans don't hesitate to holler each time a competitor swings by with a plateful of mouth-watering samples.
That's number 33, that's in the honey pot category.
This is not the only place this type of event happens, I believe.
From what I understand, we have sister competitions. There was one in Oakland recently and one in Austin, and I believe in Chicago, possibly. It's definitely spreading, and tomorrow, the world.
Does it normally happen in this setting?
This is the first time, actually. This is the first time that it's been outdoors. Previously, it's been at an undisclosed bunker somewhere that obviously I can't tell you about.
Yeah, underground type, I imagine.
Yes, definitely.
We like all sorts of sandwiches. It is about the texture, the crispiness. I don't like it when it's too greasy, so it has to be a good combination of flavors and texture and lack of grease. But it varies. I like every cheese there is. Who doesn't love cheese?
Yeah, well, obviously everyone does here.
I know. Grilled cheese is as American as apple pie.
A lot of people grew up with grilled cheese sandwiches and remember them, kind of like on hot dogs or hamburgers.
Yeah, it's kind of like that scene in the movie Ratatouille, if you saw it this summer, when the food critic is eating that bite of ratatouille and he flashes back to when he was a child.
Yeah.
I feel that there is that moment in every grilled cheese sandwich, and it's one of the things like I like when I started talking with Kraft about getting them on board as a sponsor. I thought it was a great idea because pretty much everyone's sandwich, every first grilled cheese every kid ever had was cooked by their mom, probably with Kraft singles and probably with tomato soup. And that's a perfect moment that we all kind of hope for and long for,
You're making me hungry. Listen, where else in this country does this event occur?
We've done them in Oakland, California, in Austin. We're doing one in Toronto at the end of June. We're going to be doing one in New York, probably Washington, D.C. We have plans for Chicago as well. Basically, wherever America demands cheese, we will have a grilled cheese invitational.
Wow, what a crazy idea, and it's just wonderful. It's genius, isn't it?
It is. People can't get enough of the cheese. You guys have to walk around and try some. You'll be amazed, really.
If this year's event is any indication, the Grilled Cheese Invitational should continue to attract fans of this beloved culinary institution. After all, when it comes to taste-tempting treats, most Americans will agree that the cheese stands alone.